What up, Rosa? Welcome in. All right. Alrighty. Apparently I need to adjust this camera because you can't see the top of my head. Let's see how that looks. I mean, if I come all the way over here, it's a little too high, but I think we're in my normal standing position. This is pretty solid, yeah. What up, Goofy? I think this is pretty solid. Hold on, I gotta get the case out of the box because I'm such a bot. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Ugh, it's heavy. Oh my God, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. You guys, I finally got Meld all set up properly. Got it on my Stream Deck. I got all my 3D printing stuff done, so we're back at the build station. It's a good day. It's a good day. How's everybody doing today? RGB way. RGB, hey. No RGB in this build. It's crazy. That's what the customer wanted, so. Customer said, I want it white and I want no RGB. I was like, all right. It's like, if that's what you want. Said that's a little weird. You're gonna lose some FPS by not having RGB, but okay. It's a joke, obviously. Doesn't actually make a difference, but we all like to pretend that it does, you know? Makes us feel better about spending money on RGB. Okay, got the case out. What up, Spy Gaming? Densv, what's up? You guys, I'm loving having the integrated chat on Meld. And no, I'm not being paid to say this. Meld is sick. Oh, we already got our TikTok warning. Got that out real quick. Got our TikTok warning done right off the rip. Bready. That's a hilarious name. I love it. You're trying to win a bet. How much for a 5070? Most of the models, well, okay, a lot of the models you can find right now for 550 bucks plus tax. It's finally something you want to watch. What up, money? Yeah, you're welcome, Noah. I gotta put some chapstick on. And yes, it looks very girly. It's lavender. Whatever. It works. That's what matters. Yeah, I'm loving having the integrated chat. So I have YouTube, Kick, and Twitch all on one chat. So now I won't ignore anybody anymore. Or I might ignore more people because it's going too fast. Who knows? Looks like it's gonna be a super clean build. Let's talk about today's build since we're talking about it already. Is the music too loud? Is the music too loud, or does that feel like a good level? Does it feel like it's like really in the background, or is it kind of in your face? AMD is better than Nvidia. I mean, I like Nvidia and AMD. Just depends on what people want. No, it's fine. Okay. I wanted to make sure it didn't feel like I was like having to like really talk over it too much. Integrated chat features, pretty cool. Besides that, there are great chips, but way too expensive prices out the average consumer. I mean, AMD isn't that much cheaper either for graphics cards. A little bit better price to performance on some of their models, but it's not like such a huge difference that it's going to drive a bunch of people over there. And for me, it pretty much boils down to what does the customer want. And a lot of times my customers are asking for Nvidia. So I'm not going to say, no, I'm going to give you an AMD card when you're asking for an Nvidia, because that's not what they want, you know? Integrated chat feature has nothing to do with Nvidia though. That's Meld Studio, the replacement I'm using instead of OBS. It's a mid-tower ATX, so it's the NZX TH5 flow. Okay, so today's build, we've got a Ryzen 7 9700X. We got a 2 terabyte SSD. We've got 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM from Kingston Fury. We've got RTX 5070. We've got the B650E Max Gaming Wi-Fi. It's a little bit of a more budget-friendly choice from ASUS for this build, but he really wanted it to be white and he was trying to stick to a budget. So we ended up going with this B650, which is still a great board. It just, you know, it's not the newest chipset. It's not the like highest end chipset, but for the price point that we were trying to hit, it's gonna work really well. And it's all white. We've got the Peerless Assassin 140 because they really wanted an air cooler, so we went with that. And then we've got an 850 watt power supply from ASRock, which is also in white. How can I start a PC business? It's not easy, Sean. I mean, I started it through like network, the network of content creators that I knew. That's how I got started. Yeah, I'm gonna be building a PC today, Spy. Customer's always right sometimes. Yeah. In terms of stuff like that, yes, they're right. If they ask for the world, but they say they only want to spend $1,000, that's when they're wrong. 5080, 9800X, 3DX, 870E Corsair Dominator. Bro, that's a beautiful build, Weston. Can I deliver PCs to the UK? Yes, it will just cost more because you're gonna have to pay import taxes and it'll cost a little bit more for shipping. What up, Catherine? Shill, what's up? Sipple, don't do it, Sean. Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't try to compete with me. All right, let's get, wow, that was, I like yelled there, sorry. All right, let's get started on this build. I mean, we talked through it. It's an all white build, no RGB to be found, but it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be super clean. It's gonna look really good. I know some people aren't really into the look of air coolers anymore, but I think it's gonna look good. And I'm super excited because we got everything set up today. It's gonna look so clean. Got all the cameras working. Got my my Stream Deck set up with Meld. I even made the camera angles a little bit bigger on the horizontal stream, so you can actually hopefully see the front view better than before. But I think it's gonna be sick. Deleted by a moderator. Yeah, if you're on Kick and you use the name Redneck, it will delete your comment. Also, if you're spamming the chat with nonsense, aka this bot, delightful whatever, we are gonna ban you. So goodbye. Can't believe I can actually see that from all the way over there. Okay. Can this run GTA 6? I mean, GTA 6 isn't out yet, so nobody really knows, but yes, it'll be able to run GTA 6. UK, would you have to buy a different plug? You will have to buy a different cable, because this one comes with a US, these ones would come with a US cable, but that's it. It'll connect in, everything else will work just fine. You just have to buy a different cable for the power supply. Why is white popular? I don't know, because it looks good. I think a lot of people like the look of a white build. Looking forward to the build. Hey, what's up, Tech? Good to see you. Should I just call you Tech? I don't know what I should call you. 7800 XTX, 5800X 3D. That's a great build, Sean. The budget for this build, with my fee and shipping and everything, it was just under $2,000. Why is that stuck? What is it stuck on? Is it just kind of a tight fit here? I guess it kind of is. There we go. There we go. I want to build PCs for like $150, $200. Is that too cheap? Like your fee is $150, $200, or the build itself is $150, $200? A PC for 200 pounds? There's just no way. There's no way for me to get a PC to you for $200. Gareth, thank you. That's way easier for me to say. I'm just kidding. But it is, yeah, I'd rather call you Gareth than Tech. Sapphire 9600 XT is finally getting in tomorrow. Now I just need to get to Micro Center to pick up a 7800X 3D bundle. Bro, Micro Center has such good deals. It's crazy. I really wish I could figure out why Meld doubles all the YouTube comments. It's probably because I'm live twice on YouTube. But I wish I wouldn't do that. All right, 9700X going in. What up, Mr. Rainbow? Welcome in. I missed your last one, Shill. Can I work as a PC build helper to earn some extra bucks? Not for me. I don't have the money to pay somebody else. Sorry. Sucks it has to be 2 hours away. Get this. The nearest Micro Center to me, 12 hours away. There's a reason why I don't ever shop at Micro Center, because I can't. 200p wouldn't even get him RAM at the price. Yeah, right now, 200 pounds is like how much it costs for RAM right now. It's crazy. It is hard to build a PC for the first time. And I mean, it's scary for sure. It's not super hard. It is scary though. It's hard to build it and make it look really good the first time. Look, I'm over here now, ain't that neat? Well, for me, it all looks the same because I'm using Meld now. So all of the chats are integrated. So I can't tell the difference. I don't know where any of you guys are. I mean, I can tell what platform you're on, but I can't tell if you're on the vertical or horizontal on YouTube. Is it a valid profession? Yeah. I mean, it's a business, right? Can you charge people for it, for building computers? I charge people for it. All right, NV5000, this is a 2 terabyte SSD going in. What up, Richard? How we doing, dude? Got Meld Studio up and running. Everything's working wonderfully as far as I know. Maybe at a big box PC building company? Yeah. The 9060 16 gig or 7800 XT? I would probably go the 9060. I haven't looked at direct comparisons between the two though, so couldn't give you like the FPS difference between them. What motherboard that is? The the Asus B650 Max Gaming Wi-Fi, I think is the name of it. Look at me, Richard. I updated it. I updated the specs for today. Isn't that crazy? All right, everybody, get ready. If you're reading this, get ready. Oh, I'm ready. Richard's putting the specs down. Love that. Not building. I'll tell them what to get and what not to buy. They can get it built or do it themselves. Oh, interesting. I don't know that you'll be able to really make any money off of that. I mean, you can try. All right, let's get our RAM in here because this thing might kind of overlap the RAM a little bit. Dude, I loved RedSec. I'm probably going to play a little bit more tonight if I have some time. It was so much fun. How do I open this thing up? There we go. Mr. Rainbow dropping a gifted. Let's go. Thank you so much, dude. All right, 32 gigs of RAM going in. Kingston Fury. The only reasonably priced white kit of RAM I could find. Kingston makes good stuff though, so I'm not worried. Holy crap, Mr. Rainbow dropping a bunch of gifted subs. I can't tell how many, it doesn't tell me here. Holy cow, holy cow. I see a freaking huge list. Someone tell me how many gifted subs he just dropped, because that was a big old list. That was a big old list of people that just got a free sub. 50, Mr. Rainbow, sir, you are a wonderful human being. This is a cool box, but I don't know how to open it. I think you just kind of pull on the side. You're just gonna pull on the side here. Oh, maybe pull on the back? Nope. Maybe we pull on the front. No, it can't be the front because it's connected in all the way. Oh, there we go. Got it. Nailed it. Are you a spider? Pretty sure I'm a person. Is that DDR5? Yes, you can only use DDR5 with AM5 CPUs. Bro. This rainbow's nuts. Sorted out my storage. A guy at work gave me a 990 EVO 1 terabyte for 40 bucks. Hey, that's awesome. That's like less than half price of what they're running for right now. 50 gifted subs. What an absolute maniac. Downloaded before I left for work yesterday. Usually out for 2 days, but my truck needs a fifth wheeled rebuild or replacement, so I came home and get to play. Dude, you're gonna enjoy it. I can almost guarantee it. I mean, I can't totally guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee you're going to enjoy it, man. Mr. Rainbow is a beautiful person. Congratulations. Yeah, congrats to everyone that got a membership, and thank you again. All right, so this is gonna sit like this, which means the bolting points are gonna be on the top and bottom. What up, Catherine? What up, Lone Star? How we doing, sir? All right. So we got our fan holders there. We need that cable for that. We don't need this. This is for Intel. We need our AM4, AM5 stuff here. Shouldn't need all these bolts, I don't think. Gonna need these brackets. And that says AM4, AM5. That says AM4, AM5. Why do I have two AM4, AM5 things in here? That's weird. All right, well, I guess we'll leave this out in case these don't fit for some reason. Yo, what up, Sarat? What I do with all the extra bolts, we send them off to the customer. In case they ever decide to like upgrade or whatever, they have everything they need. Even if they want to switch from like AMD to Intel. Or vice versa. Getting an internal SSD with an external connector for working multiple devices or a SanDisk SSD. An internal SSD with an external connector. I mean, those don't really exist. You could get like a PCI card that has like an M.2 port and external connections to it maybe. But why would you buy an internal SSD if you're going to connect it externally? I don't understand the point of that. Yo, Richard, thank you for the likes, dude. Okay, so yeah, definitely inwards. Do I record these and upload them for long forms? No, I leave them online like afterwards. But my long form stuff is all like I record, or I film it separately. Did you say no RGB? That's right, they didn't want any RGB. This is anything that you see me building on live stream is a customer build. For faster speed, well, you're gonna probably lose that speed because you're then connecting it to USB. If anything, just buy like a M.2 enclosure and put an M.2 in it. Okay, we got that in there. Let's get some thermal grease on here. Go get a paper towel. Oh my gosh, the back of my office is so freaking messy. Need my film guys to pick up all their equipment. No RGB, how are they gonna get 10% extra FPS? I don't know, dude. We'll have to figure it out. Basically, there are some casing things which let you put SSDs in them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Shill. Like, just get an M.2 enclosure. I don't know of specific models that are good or bad, but just make sure it's at least like USB 3, if not better. But then again, like that also, the speeds you get are gonna depend on what ports you connect to the motherboard or your PC. I put way too much thermal paste on this spatula. Okay. All right, that's better. Got a bunch of the excess off. Any other bit that's a little bit too much is just gonna get squeezed out and we'll be good to go. Nothing really on my fingers. Love that, love that. Richard coming in with a bunch of likes on TikTok, thank you. Been checking out some of the other content. It's good, man, you deserve more, especially on YouTube. Hey, thank you, dude. Dude, I can't wait for you guys to see the video we're working on right now. It's gonna be absolutely nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Is this gonna be too big? I don't know, we're gonna fit. The most expensive PC I've ever built, it was a little over $10,000. Custom water cooled. It was back in the shortage. It had like a 3090 in it with a really high-end CPU. And it was in the Corsair Obsidian like 1000D whatever case. And we had to like do freight shipping because it was too big and too heavy to ship via like UPS. All right, there's that. Okay, so these are gonna have to mount this way or this this way. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go center and back so you can still see the the RAM. That way you don't have to take out a fan just to replace the RAM if that ever occurs. Why are these? Oh wait, hold on. These are the wrong ones. I was like, why are these way too wide? Because they're not the right ones. That's why. It's interesting, it comes with two different kinds of fans. There we go. Those look better. Yeah, I mean even a really good M.2 enclosure, like it's not going to be the same speeds as if you use it internally on a M.2 port. So just get a good one that has like USB-C or like USB 3.2, and then you'll be good. Center that pretty good. Okay. Just like that. Your 5-year-old daughter decided to watch you build with me, and she said, hello, what's up? All right. No, wait, other way, other way, other way. What up, White Meta? Come on, come out of there. Okay, we're gonna put this guy back here. Now it's a little unconventional, but this way you can still see the RAM. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna plug these guys into our CPU fan header. Just like that. And like that. Okay, there it is. Boom. That is chunky. What up, Take-Us? What's up, Alpha? What up, Hatfield? Good to see you. Comical One, what's up? It's a thick old boy. That's right. Got some follows on the YouTube. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get this guy up here real quick. Oh, I shocked my Stream Deck. Sorry, Mr. Stream Deck. All right, we don't even need to take the top panel off because there's nothing going up there. All right. So this comes with one pre-installed fan up front. Really, it doesn't need anything more than that, but let's see if we have a matching white one that we can throw in there with it. Pretty sure we do. Ooh. Sure do. My castle of fans back here. So I'll just throw an extra 120 up front. It's not perfectly matching because it's a little bit older model, but it'll work. What up, Kibling? How we doing? Yeah, we got an NZXT. I don't use NZXTs too much anymore, but they make good stuff. All right, Take out a couple of bolts. Cool PC. Hey, thank you. Yeah, this is a good case. I do miss that, like, so this is a 2024 model. Their older model that they came out with first had a really cool feature where it had a built-in fan for the GPU. I don't know why they went away from that. I thought that was a really good idea, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. Get our box of accessories out of here. Don't need that baggie anymore. Okay, let's layer down and get our stuff in there. Get that sticker off. All right. Oh my gosh, shocking my Stream Deck. There we go. Okay, let's stick this honking thing in here. Woo! Look how big that thing is. That's wild. Look at that. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have any airflow problems for our CPU. That's for sure. Six by 32s. I think that's what they use. Pretty sure NZXT uses 6 by 32s, not M3s. Might be spending some tax money to get a PC. Let's do it. Switching from console, can you give me some tips? What kind of tips are you looking for? 6 by 32 motherboard installation. There we go, we got it. When the wife in Madison can have your old PC, there you go, see? Perfect. Most case brands use M3s for the motherboard installation, but NZXT is one of those silly ones that uses 6 by 32s for whatever reason. Tip, don't eat yellow snow. It's a good one. It's a good one. Anything. I mean, like, tip on like a PC to buy, tip on like things you need to do. I mean, you're gonna have to narrow it down a little bit for me. I think that TikTok violation really hampered my viewership over there, man. PC tips, give Red your budget and have him build the PC. There you go. That's a good one. Hold on, I don't have a lot of space in there. Let me grab my iFixit driver. Whew. Almost dropped it. Talking about yellow, here's a fun fact. Bananas are not yellow inside. They're white, and yes, you can eat green bananas. Are they really white inside? Your brain just thinks it's yellow because the rest of it's yellow? Dude, the CPU cooler is huge. You're not wrong. All right, it's so big I can't see over the top of it, so we gotta rotate this so I can see down there. Yeah, we're definitely you're gonna have no problem. This guy's gonna have no problems with CPU temps, that's for sure. So I did, I told them a budget, and this PC is building as mine. What up, Alpha? Yes, it is. I think I tightened this one all the way down, but let's double check. There we go. Yeah, tip, don't buy a cheap pre-built on Amazon. Buy something from me. You'll be much happier in the long run. Had one pretty close to that size, ditched it for an AIO. Yeah, I know a lot of people prefer AIOs, but not this guy. He didn't want an AIO. Okay, we can put the front panel back on. All right, we can stand her back up. I'm gonna switch over to the rear view. Hopefully I didn't block too much of the visual there on the horizontal stream, but I did my best. All right, it's time to get Lazy Susan out here. Don't worry, she works hard. Here's a tip, don't have Red build you one at a convention, then forget to ask what the password he said is. No, definitely do that. Okay, do the first part, not the second part. All right, let's get this stuff plugged in. It should be a pretty clean looking build because there's not a lot of extra stuff back here. All right, first we got one of our fans. Let's do it from this side. Okay, let's get our other fan. Take these stupid metal things out of here so they don't short something out over time. Get our other front fan connected in here. Get out of there. Okay. Okay. Let's get that one plugged in too. Just like that. We have a CPU optional header up here. I think we'll plug that in with the rear one. Okay, we'll be able to tie those down to the back. Got this fan here. Actually, that's pretty long. We can run that straight down to the bottom. Okay, got that. All right, let's get all this stuff in. HD audio going in same area, bottom left here. Okay. Let's get our front panel header in here. Bottom right. Will this run Roblox? Yeah. Do I recommend a MIDI PC for your television for the movie streaming? I mean, you can definitely do that with a mini PC, like without any problems. Message deleted by a moderator. Well, I don't know what that said. Just FYI, if you use the name Redneck, even if you spell it just like my name for whatever reason, Kick will auto-mod you. So if that's all that happened and you used my name, I'm sorry, but Kick's AI mod is kind of dumb. If that's not what happened, then, you know, whatever, but. Okay, let's get our USB-C in here. Just gonna sneak it on in. Okay, route that up there with that one. Okay, gonna do that. Let's pull these guys together. Okay. This is the nice part about not doing an AIO is besides the power cables, this is all we have. So it makes it really easy to get this all sorted out in here. Okay. All right. Turn this guy up through here. That'll look nice and clean. Just like that. These guys might be long enough to do the same thing. Might have to zip tie those together. Zip tie that together to this, just this one side. Guys, this cable management is gonna look so freaking good. Okay, there's all that. And this guy's gonna go right up there. Down through there first. Okay, just like that. All right, let's get our power cables in here, huh? Can I build you a PC with a budget of 500 pounds? I don't think I would be able to get it to you there if you're in the UK for that sort of price. Import taxes and shipping are gonna really eat into that cost. If you were in the US, I could probably do something with that, but it wouldn't be much of a gaming PC. If your budget's only 500 pounds, I would say probably look at used systems. Why is it when I open an app sometimes, like for example, the E app, some of the text looks blurry? I think there's a Windows setting for that. I'm trying to remember what it is. You might have to message me that in Discord and I can look it up. I can't remember what the Windows setting is for that. Watching, gonna sub, but one reason I'm gonna watch is I have to hook up my first motherboard this weekend. Never done it before, and you have a new CPU. Ooh. This is like a live tutorial kind of thing. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Got a follow-on kick from Kick IC. All right, we don't need SATAs. We're gonna need our 600 watt power supply or power cable. Don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. We need CPU. Can throw our other CPU one in there too. Why not? We need that. Okay. This CPU really isn't powerful enough to need 2 power cables, but it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt anything. All right, CPU power number 1. Oh, actually this only has 1 full connector up here, so we might just use 1. It's a tight fit up there. For my hands. The cable isn't that tight, but note to self and everyone else, when you do a giant air cooler build, put the CPU power cable in before you install it in the case. Because it makes life a lot easier. I mean, I got it. I got it now. I just need to seat it all the way. Okay. All right, there we go. You can touch the parts with your hands. I mostly wear the gloves just to keep everything clean, keep my, like the oils from my skin from getting on anything. And it also helps, like it keeps static buildup from happening too much. It's like if I'm building up static on my feet, now it won't transfer to the PC, which can be nice. That's not really dangerous though. It's not gonna hurt anything. Woosa, I know, that was a tight fit in there, huh? You can never get your arm in there. Thankfully I don't work out, so. Okay, got that. Alrighty, get our power supply in here now. Got our CPU cable, we're gonna put that all the way over there. Type in !! Discord, and that should give you my Discord ID. Or it'll give you my Discord server. Sorry, not my ID. Okay. Only on Twitch? What do you mean only on Twitch? Company who I ordered the CPU cooler from, what came damaged, sent me a replacement. And as well, I ordered my motherboard, which arrives Friday, then you can start building. Oh, nice. I don't know what you mean only on Twitch. Oh, the Discord link? It should show up wherever you post that. Why are those holes not lining up? The heck? Does it want me to mount this power supply upside down or something? Kind of feels like it. That's really interesting. It wants me to mount this power supply upside down. Oh, because there's no hole in the bottom. Interesting. Okay, well. I guess that makes sense. This thing sits all the way down. Oh, maybe it's not working on that site. Or that Botrix must not be working on whichever the platform thing you're watching on. Is anyone on Twitch or Kick and can type in !_ Discord and then I can drop it in the chat for everyone? What about the fan? So now instead of the fan pulling from underneath, which is typical, it's gonna be pulling from here. So I mean, it'll get some fresh air because this is all open mesh. But yeah, now it's technically gonna be pulling from there instead of underneath, which is not the most ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Here, maybe if I just like, hold on one second. I think I can get this. We can get this. Okay. 1 second. Okay, hold on. I thought it would let me do it from there. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Copy link address. Hopefully this drops it in the right chat. Can't paste it there? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. There. There. Okay, so we got all that in there. Okay. Let's see. This is only a 2-fan GPU model, so we're probably just gonna run it from right here. Just gonna run this guy out this way. Okay. And then let's tighten these down before we forget. Who is this build for? It's for, he was actually in the YouTube chat. I don't know if he's still here. What up, Texas? What's your opinion on getting a 6900 XT instead of a 9060 XT? I mean, in terms of performance, the 9060 XT is going, especially the 16 gig version, is going to really outperform the 6900 XT. You know, if you're able to get it for way cheaper, then, you know, it might make sense. If that's just like, you know, if your budget is what your budget is, then like, you know, that's fine. But performance-wise, I don't think the 6900 XT is gonna hold up to the 9060 XT, you know? You're welcome, Mr. Rainbow. I wish Botrix would just work sometimes. I mean, I wish it would just work all the time, I guess, is the what I want it to do. Okay, there we go. Okay, clean that up real nice. All right, cool. Got all that. Let's take this guy out of here because apparently I didn't do that earlier. All right, so that's how it's looking in the back. Pretty clean. Could throw one more zip tie right here. That will get dirty quick. Not necessarily. Just depends on how clean your space is. All right, so pretty clean cable management wise. Let's get our GPU going in here. What would be the best video to watch while I plug everything in? I've been watching videos. This is my first live. I mean, I have an older video on my YouTube channel called How to Build a PC. That could be a helpful one. Just here to learn some new things. Hey, welcome in. Glad to have you. You're welcome, Dalton. All right, let's get all this plastic off of here. Okay, no plastic on those. Sweet. Two slot card. We need second and third. Many benchmarks show that the 6900 XT and also the 6800 XT outperform the 9060 and 5060 Ti. Depends on what you're running it on. If you have the 8 gig version or the 16 gig version. There we go. Good ITX case. I mean, there's plenty of good ones out there. Like Fractal has a really cool one. The Terra, Corsair has the, I can't remember, like the 2000 series or something like that. It's like a cool little vertical case that has support for a 360 millimeter AIO. looks fully seated. All right. NR2000, there you go. Oh yeah, the A3 from Lee & Lee is also really cool. Okay. 5060 Ti and 9060 XT come in 8GB versions as well. The 5060 non-Ti only has an 8GB version, but there is also a an 8GB version of the 5060 Ti. They've pretty much, I think they've pretty much discontinued it because nobody was buying it, but it definitely exists and it was launched. Boom. There we have it, folks. That is a PC build, huh? Posted your first build in the cord? Hey, I'll have to take a look at it. Why is there no third fan for the GPU? Because it's a 2-fan version. Wanted something with better cooling capacity than the Terra. That Corsair one has you can put a 360mm AIO in it. You might take a look at that. Oh, you're good, Trash Talker. Oh, the front? Well, it only actually came with a single fan. I just threw an extra one in there for free. Realistically, I don't think it's going to be a problem. They can throw another fan in there. You could put fans down here below the GPU too if you want. But yeah, it only came with a single fan up front, so I just added in a second one just so it would have a little bit better cooling, a little bit better airflow, look a little bit better too. Is getting the 5070 worth it or waiting for the 5070 Super? I mean, the 5070 Super is definitely going to be better. We don't have confirmation on when that's going to happen. Originally they were saying October. Now they still haven't put out a date on it. So I'm not sure when the Supers are going to come out. Like if you're not desperate for a new GPU, I would say wait. The hard part is pricing right now for Nvidia especially is in such a good spot. The 5070 and 5070 Ti are both at MSRP. Like you can find multiple models of each of those at MSRP. Who knows what the landscape is going to look like when the Super Series comes out? I mean, that could be 3, 4, or 5 months from now. And who's to say that the pricing is going to be the same? That's the only part where I would say it's not worth waiting. But if you don't care so much about the price difference, you can gamble it. But yeah, that's my one hesitation with saying wait for the Super Series is like the pricing right now is as good as it's going to get. It's not going to go below MSRP. When the Super Series comes out, they're going to just stop selling or they're going to sell out their remaining stock of the non-Supers, and then the only thing on the market is going to be the Super models. So yeah, it's tough. I think a lot of people underestimate how hard it is to build, talk, and answer questions and make a nice build all on your own. Good job. Hey, thank you so much, Gareth. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, when you've built enough PCs, I feel like it just gets easier and easier to I don't have to think so much about what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm paying attention to what I'm doing, but I don't have to sit there and think about it too much. It makes it a lot easier. Just joined the stream. What are the specs? So we've got a 9700X. We've got this giant tower air cooler from Thermalright, RTX 5070. We've got a 2TB SSD, 32 gigs of RAM, 850 watt power supply. And then this is the NZXT H5 Flow 2024 version. And then we have the Asus B650 Max Gaming Wi-Fi. It is a good looking PC, you guys. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. They said it couldn't be done. They said you couldn't make a white PC without any RGB. Okay, nobody said that, but that looks good, right? That looks good. get my first PC so I can wait, but MSRP is making me thinking. It's hard. And I can't push you one way or the other because we just don't know, right? We just don't know what prices are gonna look like. But maybe RAM prices and SSD prices will come back down by then, and maybe they'll offset if the prices for GPUs goes up. Because RAM and RAM especially, RAM prices are insane right now. Like a kit like this normally $95 to $105. Right now, a kit like this that we put in here is a minimum of like $140, up to almost $200 for a 32 gig kit. It's crazy right now. You ordered a 7800X 3D 5060 Ti 16 gig. It's a great build, and definitely will be an upgrade from the Xbox. Yes, we're gonna turn it on. Sorry, I've just been trying to keep up with chat. Do you think deep coolers should get unsanctioned in the US? I wish they would. I love deep cool products. Granted, I think Thermalright has stepped in to make even better, like just as good of quality products for even cheaper than Deep Cool was doing it. But I would love to see Deep Cool back. Good luck with the build. Hey, thank you, King. All the AI, yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's like AI data centers are stealing all the RAM. Would you say it's worth it to put an X3D chip in a 650? I would say ideally like save for a B850 or an X870 board. But I don't think you're gonna see a huge difference in terms of performance. Unless you are really wanting the X3D game mode that you can only get in the X870 and X870E chipsets, you're probably not gonna notice much of a difference. Okay, let's get our power cable in here. I can't see what I'm doing. I had to move my power cable that I use for all the builds to my other station while we were doing all the 3D printing over here, but now I can bring it back. Okay. All right, so we already talked through what's in this thing. Send me your favorite emoji so we can turn this bad boy on. You know what's a requirement. Throw your favorite emoji in the chat and then we'll fire this baby up. Richard resubscribed for 32 months. It's crazy. Yeah, but you can usually find B850 boards for almost the same price as the B650s at this point. PC no display. I mean, I can't really help you on live stream. There's a lot of questions and things that I would need to look at. You use much CPS or PC cooler stuff in the USA? I don't, no. What up, Silvio? Looks good. I'm glad to hear that, Alpha. I'm glad you like it. Well, the X870, X870E have like a non-overclocking ability to unlock. They have like their X3D gaming mode, which I believe reduces each core to a single thread to improve gaming. But that feature, as far as I'm aware, they have not added that into the B series boards. Or you're just broken trying to cope. All right, so first ever power on of this beautiful all white, no RGB PC. Oh yeah. Can you even tell it's on? Look at that. Look at that. These fans are like half an inch apart. Look at that. You can tell the fans are too loud? Well, you can only hear them because it's pointed right at my microphone. It's actually not that loud. Secondhand GPU, CPU if you can test. Yeah, that's a good option. When I get money for Christmas and my birthday in December, I'm going to build some PCs. You're 13. Yeah, if your budget is 700 pounds, try and find something used that you can verify works. That's a great way to save some money on a build. MSI B650 gaming. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that. Looks really clean, amazing build, thank you. There it is, folks. We've done it in 1 hour and 10 minutes. Like it was nothing. Oh, wait, we gotta close this. Gotta close that. Can you guys hear the fire truck that just drove by? Am I playing BF6 today? Hopefully Zach doesn't watch you die. I'm hoping to. I don't know if Rytek's getting on tonight. He didn't respond to me. Got a 13700K 4070 Ti. That's sick. That's a great combo too. I have a 9600X and a 4070 Ti Super, and it plays everything at 1440p, no problems. Great build. Thank you, Psycho. Take a bit of time scouting and comparing. Yep. All right, y'all. I think it's time to get some software, get Windows, all that good stuff installed, get the BIOS update, and then we'll get this thing ready to ship on out. 4070 Ti is really expensive. I don't know why. I get it's good, but almost, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Probably just because they stopped making them forever ago. They stopped making them a year ago, like months ahead of the 50 series coming out. So it might just be the fact that they aren't available, which doesn't make any sense because it's an older generation. Have a good night, Mr. Red. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you dropping some subs, dude. You maniac. We'll see you guys on the next one. Minimum to reach a stable 240 hertz comp settings in CS2. Oh, I don't know. I don't ever play CS2, but in my understanding, the CPU is much more important than the GPU in that game. So realistically, like you could probably use like a 9700X or 9600X and like a 5060 or 5060 Ti and be able to pull those FPS no problem. But I don't know that game well enough to be able to give you a good answer. Hey Gareth, I appreciate you stopping in. Can you get a 5090 for 200 bucks? No. Not a working one anyways. 2016 at 5600. Good combo. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight, for all the chats. I'm very excited that we have all those chats integrated so I don't miss any comments ever again. And yeah, we'll see you all on the next one. Have a great night, everybody, or morning, depending on what time it is where you're at. Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye.